Hey there, welcome to this month's real estate market report, giving you all of the information that you need about buying and selling homes in North Texas. Well, I've been kind of hinting at it the last couple of months, and I'm going to come right out and say it now. Buyers, go, go, go time. A few months ago, I know I was saying sellers, go, go, go time. Well, buyers right now, it is the time, and I know what you're thinking. You realtors are all the same, telling me that it's time to buy, time to sell, just because you want to get it done and collect your commission. Well, I do want to collect my commission. That much is true. But let me go ahead and show you a little bit of why I'm saying this. The reason why people are scared right now, as you well know, if you're thinking about buying, is that interest rates are so high. I'm going to go over here to Freddie Mac's. This is the interest rate where we are. We're at nearly 7%. So we look at 7%, it's a little bit scary, and you're looking at this, you're like, oh boy, this is horrible. Why would I ever buy high when it comes to interest rate? I'm going to go ahead and scroll back a little bit here, though. I'm widening it out. So here's 2020. Oh boy, we're still bad. We're at 17. Oh boy, well, I guess not quite so bad. We're over to 2013, 11, 10. What? Once we get to this place, we're in 2000, before that now, I'm going back a long way. We're to 1990, 1989. As I go back to the beginning in 1970, where they start keeping track of all of this, this is historically what interest rates look like. I know realtors say it, lenders say it all the time. Historically, we're not too bad. So this is what we look back here in the 80s. So this is when I was 3 years old. We were looking at 18.5%. So if you were looking at a house for Halloween in 1981, well, geez, you'd be at almost 18.5%. So you can see we've had a general trend down here. So this is right where, folks who are a little bit younger who are looking for houses, they've been used to this their whole life, where we're talking 4% down to 3%, under 3%. So we've gotten a little bit, used to it being a lower amount. So the amount that we can afford, even though the prices of houses have gone up, this generally, they worked in different directions. Interest rates go down, house prices go up. So I want to show you that trend still does exist today. I'm going to go over to here. I want to show you on here real quick. I'm not on the right one. Here's the sales prices that we're looking at for North Texas. I did all of it in here. So you can see the normal rise that we would have here. And then these last 2 years, things went crazy. It's no surprise that when interest rates were down below 3%, that we had these huge increases in sales because people could afford more, so they were buying more expensive houses. When you can buy more expensive houses, then you're going to spend more and the price will go up. People who can sell are going to sell for more. So that's what we saw here these last couple of years with these crazy low interest rates. Now interest rates have gone up and we're at 7%. So what we're looking at right now, I don't know if you can see on your little screen, this is the largest, I know it's anecdotally a little bit here, but this is the largest decrease we've had. This is back to 2012 when we did started using the current system. The biggest decrease over a couple of months is what we have right now. I do believe it's going to continue that way. Why is that? Because interest rates are over 7%, so now people's budgets are adjusted, so the prices are low. What's going to happen here, though, is in the spring, interest rates are going to probably go back down, which means prices for the houses are going to go back up. That in the normal, you can see every spring, it doesn't really matter when prices go up. Every single year, prices go up in the spring. It's not going to be different this year. We're not having some major event where it's not going to happen. Prices are going to go up. So what I'm suggesting now is, since we're getting close to bottoming out on this, I think we'll probably bottom out toward the first of the year. Get under contract now. I have lenders that will go ahead and offer a free refinance within 24 months. It's been Freddie Mac, the governing agency for these interest rates. They have said they expect us to be back by 4.5% by the summer. Here's what we need to do, guys. Get out here, get the house while it's way cheaper. $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 cheaper than it was this last year before prices go back up. Take the free refinance. I can tell you exactly how to do it. It's still going to cost you a little bit of money because you have to pay for some title work. I have another title company that'll do half price refinance. I have all these in my back pocket. I'm happy to give them to you. I mean, even if you're working with someone else, I'm happy to give you that information. But right now, grab it at the low price and then refinance when the interest rates are lower. When we were looking before, this is what percentage over asking, how quickly prices were increasing. So we saw here in June of 21, on average, 2% over asking price. And they were putting I know this because I was listing houses. We were putting, pretty high price tags on there saying, well, things are going up, and it was above that. This last April, when things are going bonkers, it was way above. So we had 3% over, and I know some places like Collin County were even higher than that. So right now we are getting well below asking, 2.5% on average below asking. So just know right now, buyers, you're not going to be in those positions most likely where you're going to have to put in, one of 40 offers and do 60 grand over. Are there some houses that are still going over? Absolutely. The ones that are really well put together are still getting over asking and commanding, but you can't put a shack on anymore and expect it to go. That's talking the last thing I do each month here. This is month supply. This is what tells us if we're in a buyer's or a seller's market. Nationally, this 4-month line right here, if it's above 4 months inventory, so if no more houses came on the market, how long does it take to sell? The current rate, if it's above 4, anywhere is going to tell you that's a seller's market. A buyer's market, because there's lots of houses on the market, so buyers have lots of choices. If it's below that, then they'll say nationally it's a seller's market down below. Here in North Texas, we're in a perpetual seller's market because there are more people moving in than moving out. So if we get anywhere near 3, that's a pretty neutral market. And you can see we're approaching down here we're at 1 month. Now we're up to 2.7. We're coming up on 3. I really do believe that by the time we get near the holidays, even this next month, in a few days, we'll see when the numbers come out. I think we're going to be in a neutral market where buyers and sellers have equal footing. So that's something, if you're looking at buying and you're thinking about waiting until next spring, I understand, especially if you've got kids, but you should strongly consider at least talking to a realtor. Hey, I'm not going to, if you call me, you know me, I'm not going to pressure you. I'm not going to try to push you to do it right now, but this is a great time where you could save yourself potentially tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially over the length of the loan. So, hey, if you have any more information on this, feel free to give me a holler. And then if I can do anything for you, let's go. We'll get a sandwich and we'll talk it through and just see if it might be the right time for you. Hey, but I'm Ben Howard, and this has been your Market Report.